I'm going to take the poem Self-Portrait by A.K. Ramanujan. A.K. Ramanujan was born in 1929 and he died in 1993. He was a distinguished Indian poet, scholar and folklorist. He made significant contribution to Indian literature through his poetry and translations, and his work spans several languages including English, Kannada, and Tamil. Ramanujan was known for his sensitive and nuanced translations of ancient Tamil poetry, as well as for his original poetry, which often explored themes of identity, cultural conflict, and personal memory. His academic work also included research on Indian folklore and linguistics, and he held teaching positions at various universities, including University of Chicago. Ramanujan's influence extends across literary and academic circles, making him a pivotal figure in Indian modern literature and cultural studies. So, modern age. What does it mean by a modern poet? Modern poet are just the poet came after the colonization. Colonization means the imperial rule of the Britishers who colonized India and other countries as well. So after the retrieval of the imperial British rule, there was a literature that emerged and that talks about the experience the people had during the colonial era, as well as the present experiences also they reflected in their poetry. So one of the major poets from India, he is very popular. He talks about as I said, he talks about colonial things, political, as well as identity reflecting poems. Search for identity. So in this poem, the self-portrait by A.K. Ramanujan, the main theme is self-identity. The quest for self-identity is very well discussed in this poem. This is a very short poem, very simple, but it has a very deep inner meaning in it. So let's go to the poem. So the poem starts with, I resemble everyone but myself, and sometimes see in shop windows. Despite the well-known laws of optics, the portrait of a stranger, date unknown, often signed at a corner by my father. So this is the whole poem. Is very short. So first line, what does he say in first line? I resemble everyone. What does it mean? He is just he may be talking about he is just a copy of another person, or he is talking about everyone looks same in the modern era. But myself, and sometimes see in shop windows. So he can see his reflection in the shop windows, despite the well-known laws of optics. So what is referring in the lines, despite the well-known laws of optics, means in the modern era we are controlled by what? The marketing industry. So this is the age of so many advertisements, and so many brands are unconsciously taking control over us. So you can you can check how that is done through social media. There are several theories about it in the YouTube, that how the brands are making psychologically appealing advertisements through the social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, etc. So here he indirectly refers the advertising technique in the lines, the well-known laws of optics. So there is a law for it. There is a technique used. So he see the portrait of a stranger, date unknown. So he's seeing his own reflection, and he's saying that he is a stranger to himself. How can that be? So that means there is a very subtle meaning in that he doesn't have a true identity. His identity is given by only by the society. So in the last lines, what does he say? Date unknown, often signed in a corner by my father. So since he already said that he doesn't have any self truthful expression or identity, one thing he has is the identity given by his father. That indirectly means all of us are catered by our families. So our family, the father or mother, create our own identities. So we don't have the freedom to pursue our own goals, our own career, our own passions. Only we are allowed to do what our parents have said. So that's all about the simple poem written by A.K. Ramanujan. So hope you understood the class. Bye bye. Take care.